If I were to tell the story of my life, I would begin with the most peaceful days when everything was simple and filled with love. These were the days I lived under the roof of Uncle Martin, the father I never had. Uncle Martin was the owner of a famous car dealership in Canada. I often stayed with him at the shop, surrounded by luxury cars and laughter. He taught me how to fix cars, and every oil-stained hand was a precious memory. Every morning, he would look at me and say, "Peter, one day, everything I've built will be yours." That promise burned in my heart forever. I believed my life would always be calm, surrounded by Uncle Martin's love and the warmth of our home. But I was wrong. One day, Uncle Martin brought a woman named Lisa into our home. She was beautiful, alluring, but I didn't feel safe. Lisa's appearance was like a cold wind, shattering the peace. Uncle Martin became enamored with her, and all I could see was the calculation hidden behind her smiles. The wedding day came. I stood below, forcing a smile. Lisa was happy with Uncle Martin, but her glare at me felt like a warning. After the wedding, I gradually became invisible. Lisa only focused on Jeremy, her son from a previous marriage. Jeremy was lazy and only knew how to enjoy life, but in Lisa's eyes, he was the perfect child, while I was nothing. I kept trying to learn, to work hard in hopes of getting Uncle Martin's attention. But he grew more distant, and I felt myself slipping away from the family. On those long, lonely nights, I would go into the garden, look up at the sky, and silently tell myself, I won't give up. Then the nightmare came. The police arrived to take Uncle Martin away on fraud charges. I stood frozen, filled with shock and pain. In court, I saw Uncle Martin bow his head in front of the judge. Lisa and her son sat by with smug, cold smiles. Lisa had won. She took everything, the assets, the company, and turned Uncle Martin into a criminal. I knew it was all part of a scheme, but I felt powerless. Since Uncle Martin was arrested, I was pushed to the attic. I became nothing more than a shadow, eating leftovers and doing menial tasks. Despite being oppressed, I promised myself that I would rise again. No one had the right to steal my future. I applied for a job at a garage near my school. Every time I fixed a car, I felt the dream of the past come back to life. Then fate brought me back to Jenna, an old friend who once protected me. Now, she was successful, but still carried the same warmth as before. We shared stories, laughed, and confided in each other. Jenna made me feel that I wasn't alone anymore. That happiness was fleeting. Just as I began to believe in a future, everything collapsed once again. Jenna came to find me and cried.
My family has arranged for me to get engaged to Jeremy.
I stood in shock. She turned and walked away. I could only watch, anger and helplessness consuming me as I swallowed my pain. That night, I stayed awake. On my desk, there were plans everywhere. I had to escape. I had to reclaim what was lost. 1 year later, I stood on stage receiving my first scholarship. In my heart, one thought echoed, Uncle, I did it. I, along with my lawyer, reopened the case. Evidence was presented. Lisa had forged signatures and embezzled assets. Uncle Martin was exonerated. We embraced, tears in our eyes.
I believe you'll make the company shine,
he said. One day, Jenna appeared in front of the garage. She was crying.
I never forgot you.
I wiped her tears. Shall we start over? From the beginning, and this time, nothing will tear us apart. In front of the garage, a new sign was hung, Peter and Martin Motors. Uncle Martin patted my shoulder proudly. I held Jenna's hand, looking up at the vast blue sky. This time, I knew I had truly found my path, and I would not let anyone take it away again.